known magic.
Daniel, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much.
This is so extremely exciting that this movie is about characters that have grown up, developed, and their personalities are affirming so much in this one. It must have felt like a great acting exercise for you, Harry, this time.
It was. Thank you very much for recognising that. It was a big challenge. This one. It was tougher because they, as you say, they've all grown up. Luckily, so have we. The characters are actually slightly caught up with us on this one. I was only, I think, about a year and a half, 2 years older than Harry. It was very difficult because you can't hope to imagine yourself into a place of grief. You can't hope to be able to think about what that is like, because you can't imagine it.
Very powerful.
The metaphors of the magic have always been there, but if you grow up with the character and understand the reading in a different way, you kind of change your outlook about what it's all about, right?
Yes, I mean, I think the fact that I've known Harry for so long and played him for so long does give me some insight into how he might deal with grief or bereavement or death or whatever you want to call it.
Well, he gets so interesting in this one. A little bit manipulative, a little bit of romance.
Harry, Harry, that's what I've always liked that about Harry's character, is that he can be quite sly, quite manipulative, quite cunning, and he has got this quite devious side to his nature, and it's a side that is unpleasant. And also this film brings up an argument, a sort of does the end justify the means kind of an argument, when Harry has to get the information out of Slughorn somehow. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how people react to it. I mean, I think he's still a great character, but you are introduced to a slightly darker side of him in this film.
I cannot hope to destroy it alone.
Times like these, dark times, it can bring people together.
Take my hand.
They can tear them apart.
These girls, they're gonna kill me, Harry.
Did you read the books, before they were completed? While? I mean, how? Yeah.
No, I mean, I got the books obviously at the same time as everybody else did. There was no insights at all. But I mean, what's lovely is that as these films have gone on, I've been able to become more involved with looking at the script in its earlier stages and talking about it to people. Funny enough, with the one we're doing now, with Seven, I got the script and kind of went, don't need to do anything, because it was fantastic. It was brilliant. So Seventh is going to be amazing.
One of the wonderful themes in the film is how friendship is uplifting and how this trio of friends are there for each other.
Yeah, me, Rupert and Emma are all very, very different in how we are in ourselves, but I think there is a knowledge that nobody else in the world knows what it's like to have been on this mad kind of 10-year journey, which is not over yet, not by a long way. And I think the fact that we know that they are the only other people that can know what it's been like to be in this situation, I think that just creates a bond which can't necessarily be broken.
This year, Voldemort has chosen Draco Malfoy for a mission. Evil will pass through from their world into our own.
You hear lots of stories about fans that write letters about how Harry Potter changed their lives.
It sounds probably very strange. There was a guy who wrote to me from prison, who was in there for internet hacking, and he wrote to me and said that watching the films with his son, who was about 6 or 7 at the time, was the thing that really managed to keep them close after he had got out of prison. And there was something really nice about that, because he was obviously somebody who was in a really horrible state of mind, and Harry Potter had managed to connect him and his son together, and that was very, very memorable and lovely.
How to do this?
Fight back!